Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cavalier Roundtable. I'm Matt Rutherford alongside Ryan Shabinsky, TJ Scott, and Ben Houghton. And guys, the softball team, they had two big wins, and then they had a little win, just one run over Immaculata. So Ryan, we'll start with you. How do you think they did in the Immaculata game?
They looked good in the Immaculata game. They got great pitching from their players. They were able to get that one run across, and it's always great to beat an AEC opponent. This team is a little bit young. They started to struggle at the beginning of the season, went down to Florida to start their season, so it's not easy to start their season on the road. But they really started to put things together, struggled a little bit against Haverford recently, but started to really look good against Immaculata. Pitching looked good, the hitting looked good. Though they didn't score a lot of runs, they were getting players on base, and they looked like a good team. And I think that this softball team is going to be dangerous going forward.
TJ?
I think the softball team should continue momentum, coming off a championship season last year, obviously it can be hard to come back the next year and get going again. But the fact that they've been doing well, 4-4, might not be the best start by any chance, but you got to keep going. You got to have the pitching, you got to have the hitting, especially with Avery Byron's. I know today she pitched today and they won, and against Immaculata as well. She pitched both of those games as well, and hopefully they continue to do well.
Yeah, right off of what he said, it's good to see Avery. She had a few rough starts throughout the season, but I mean her last two starts, she's gone 11 innings combined with 16 strikeouts. I mean she's picking up right where she left off last year, so that's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing it all. She's hitting, she's pitching. I mean, looking at that Immaculata game, she was the one who scored the run, and she was also the one who pitched, I believe it was 5 scoreless innings. So she did pretty well there. And then how about the offensive barrage that we had from them against Keystone?
Yeah, I mean, 9-0 in the first game, the mercy rule, to 12-1 in the second game. I mean, Come on now. They got the bats active against Keystone. That's a big thing. They really needed that. Ben, a baseball team, you can talk about it. You get the bats hot, it's hard to stop a team, especially a team like the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they hopped on it right early. First and third inning in that second game, they went up 5-0 in that first 3 innings. So just good to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, and then, a team that also had a little bit of a shaky start to the season. They're looking like they're pulling it around a little bit. The women's lacrosse team, Ben, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, they did start. They've had a tough schedule. They've played teams like TCNJ, Stockton, Rowan. So those are hard teams to play against. But coming around to the AEC play, it's important for the seniors and graduate students to step up, which I think they've been doing all year. So just time for everyone to start playing well.
Absolutely. I mean, they just laid down the hammer against George Fox. An 11-0 team from Oregon came out here to play. They smacked them 21-11 today, on the 30th. So it was a big game for them. I mean, they're getting huge production from Olivia Little and Shay Neary, the 2 graduate captains. But then it was the rest of the offense as well. It was Sela. It was Murphy. It was Pace. It was the entire offense was scoring this afternoon. I think there might have been 1 or 2 offensive players that didn't score. Caroline Gallagher doing it all in the middle of the field like she does in field hockey. And Coach Neary loves scheduling these hard teams to really test this team. I mean, she schedules TCNJ. She schedules Rowan every year, Stockton every year, to really give this team a test going into conference play to show them that these are the big teams we'll see when we get into tournament play after the AEC. So it really gets this team fired up and ready to play against these big name programs.
Absolutely. Hey, I think I got to say one name, Nev Murphy.
Yes.
I think she filled in well for Dana Carlson, filling into that spot. A senior who had a lot of goals, a lot of assists, always in the middle of the play. She filled into that spot perfectly. And also you got to look at the 2 seniors as well, Olivia Little and also Shay Neary, as you said before. Shout out to them. They got, 200 and 300 draw controls?
Yeah, Shay has 300, Olivia got 200. And they added to them today. Both of them did this afternoon. It was darn impressive to watch them play. I mean, I won't lie, I went into the game thinking that George Fox was going to come in here and play out of their mind. I mean, it's an 11-0 team. It's hard to 8-0 in conference play. It's hard to say that they're not a good team, but they were not in the same league as this Cavaliers team, and it really seemed like it all clicked after that Rowan game the other night. That this Cavaliers team is really starting to figure it out, and they're heading into the heart of conference play on Saturday, April 1st. They are playing Marywood out in Scranton. That'll be their first real conference test, and we'll see what they've got for a conference opponent trying to go back-to-back in the AEC tournament.
Yep, let's hope they do it.
Yeah, so all you guys, you brought up Olivia Little and Shay Neary. Just how important do you guys think that their senior leadership is to this team?
I mean, it's next to impossible to explain. I mean, they've been here. This is now their 5th or 6th year. I don't remember exactly. They're both graduate students back again. And, I mean, the whole offense runs through them. It starts with those two up top on the outer fan, and then it moves around and it goes to the other players and gives them a chance to cut through the middle, like Olivia Pace. They're always looking for her on the backside. Marissa Mullen from X. There's always opportunities for other players because they draw so much attention on the field that it leaves their other teammates open, and it gives them a chance to get open on the backside or free on a cut on the inside, draw the 8-meter violation, get a free position, and score.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it against Rowan 2 games ago. Shay Neary didn't play because she got a card in the previous game against Stockton, but you could just tell the offense and the draw controls just were not there with her missing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to allude to this too. Ryan, you talked about how they're going up against tough teams that Coach Neary is scheduling against, like you said, the Stocktons, the Rowans, TCNJ. So just how much do you think that's going to help them come tournament time?
I think it's going to be a big thing because, getting conference play, I don't want to say the teams in the conference aren't the strongest, but we're not playing in conferences like the MAC or any of those big name conferences or the NESCAC or anything like that. We're playing in the Atlantic East. Those teams aren't. We're playing Marywood, Immaculata, Newman, not top tier nationally ranked programs, both men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, around all the conference. But they're difficult opponents on the right day. But those teams like Rowan or Stockton, those are teams that are going to win their conference and are going to be there in the tournament. And they're teams you will see again come later. They've got Stevens on April 19th, and they've got Scranton on the 25th of April. Those are both big programs that will more than likely be around come national tournament time. And if we already get through the AEC, which I think we will, then those are programs we could very well see again. Having that scout and that experience of playing them already is beyond useful going into the tournament.
Right, and like you said before, experience. And, with being in a small conference, little conference, and you win the conference, going into the NCAA tournament, you might not get a good draw. So the fact that you load up your schedule, that should be, and Jackie Neary also has done this her whole time here, packing that schedule, make sure that you're ready for after the season's done, and hopefully you can have a deep run into the tournament.
Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, just like everyone's been saying, it's a huge confidence boost. I mean, losing to Rowan by only 8 in a team that's top 10 every year and a team that goes deep in the NCAA tournament, I mean, that's got to be a huge confidence boost going up against the 11-0 George Fox team. They doubled them in shots, doubled them in saves. Like, just all this stuff is just important.
Another thing is they go on the road to play these good teams as well. They go to TCNJ, they go to Stockton, they go to Rowan. More than likely, going into the tournament as the Atlantic East Conference champions, you're going to draw an away bid. The last 2 years, they've drawn away bids. We haven't hosted an NCAA lacrosse tournament since sophomore year 2021 was the last time we hosted a home lacrosse game, and that was our men's team. So more than likely, you're going to draw the away game. So playing these teams out at their fields away, having to take that bus ride, even though it's not that far, is big come tournament time.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all the time we have for this week on the Cavalier Roundtable. I'm Matt Rutherford alongside Ryan, TJ, and Ben. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week, and good luck to all the teams.